Hello everyone, I am Tanay Shukla, IT2K2361, and this is my assignment of Python third internal plus second lab Viva assignment on the topic lists. So, lists in Python are ordered and mutable collection of data elements. They store sequences of data efficiently. They allow random access through indexing. They also allow manipulation, but at a higher time complexity. They are enclosed in square brackets. So list can be created using three ways. We can create an empty list, we can create list with some initial values, or we can create a list from some other data type using typecasting. So list can be created using empty brackets for a empty list. We can also use a list constructor to create an empty list. We can create list with initial values just by putting in values in the square brackets. For example, here we can see the numbers are 1, 2, 3 in the list. We can create list from some other data element. Here we use the tuple and we typecasted that tuple to get a list. There are various operations in the list. Some of them are specified here. For example, slicing. Slicing can be used to get a portion of the list with a very simple syntax. Here, our list contains 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. We can create a sub list using slicing. Slicing takes in two indices from start to end. And here we took the start and end to be 1 and 3 respectively, and we got an output of 20, 30. We can access elements using indexing. Index is nothing but simply position starting from 0. Here, we simply access the 0th element, that is A, and we printed that element to get our output as A. We can use length and membership function. For example, to get the length of the list, we can use a length function, and we can simply, in parentheses, we can simply write the name of the list. So the length of the list is 5, so we get the output as 5. Now we can also check whether or not some element lies in our list. We can simply use in to check whether or not an element lies in the list. So here, if we print 3 in my list, we get output as true because 3 is indeed in our list. If we print 9 in my list, we get false because 9 is not in our list. Now let's deep dive into slicing. So slicing extracts sublist using a range of indices, start and end. So we get every element from the start index to the end index, excluding the end index. So for example, my list 1 to 3 returns elements from index 1 to 2, excluding 3. Here we can see if our list is 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, and we print my list 1 to 3, we get output as 20, 30. So the usage is to support extracting parts without modifying the original list. We do not need to manipulate the original list, and we can easily get, without like very complex syntax, we can easily get sublists. List has various functions or method. For example, append. Append adds an element to the end of the list. Its syntax is we can simply use dot and we can write append, and in parentheses as argument we can pass in the element that we want to add at the end of the list. Inserts an element at the specified index. So here it takes in two arguments. First the position, second the element. Removal removes the first element that matches the given element. We can simply write dot remove, and we can specify the element that we want to remove. It will remove the first occurrence of that element. Pop returns the element at the given index. So we can simply say item is equals to my list dot pop 3. It will return the element that is at the third index, and it will also remove the element which was present at the third index. Now let's look into some programs to completely understand lists. So the first program is to write a program to find the sum of list elements. So we are given numbers to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we can maintain a variable total which represents the sum of our elements till the number that we have encountered. So we can simply iterate through every number, and we can add it to the total, and then at the end we can finally print sum of the list elements is total. We can write another program too, which is for largest number. Write a Python program to find the largest number in a list. So we took this numbers array 37294. We maintain a largest variable that represents the largest number that we have encountered in the list. We initialize it with the first number and we simply iterate through every number, and if the number that we are currently at, if it is greater than the largest number encountered yet, then we can update the largest number to be the current number. Finally, we can print the largest number. The output is 9 because the largest number here is 9. We can reverse a list. So in order to reverse a list, we can take a numbers list 1 2 3 4 5. We can use numbers dot reverse. We can also use numbers colon colon minus 1. So this is a special case of slicing. Here, this special syntax allows you to reverse the list as well. We can also use this method in the given provided by the Python list library. And if we print the number, we get 54321. It reverses the numbers in place. We can filter events. So we can filter events easily using list comprehension as specified by the problem statement that we need to use list comprehension. So we are given this numbers array 1 2 3 4 5 6. To filter events, we can select all those element x which are in this numbers array only and only if x modulo 2 equals 0. So x modulo 2 equals 0 is basically the condition to check whether or not an element is even. If we finally print this evens array, then we get 2, 4, 6 as our output because in numbers 2, 4, 6 are the only number that are even. Finally, the last program, we need to find list of squares, write a Python program to find list of square of numbers up to 5 using list comprehension. So we are given this numbers array 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we select square of all numbers that are in the numbers array. If we print this squares, we get output as 1 4 9 16 25, which are the respective squares of each element. So this is it from my side. Thank you for watching.